Istanbul, a city straddling two continents, is a mesmerizing blend of the old and the new. Its skyline is dotted with minarets and modern skyscrapers, a testament to its rich history and rapid development. This city is a captivating blend of history, culture, and vibrant life. From the ancient walls of the Hagia Sophia to the bustling streets filled with traditional Turkish architecture, Istanbul offers a unique charm that is hard to resist. Travelers and expats alike are drawn to its unique charm. The city's vibrant life is evident in its busy streets, where people from all walks of life come together. Outdoor cafes are filled with people enjoying their time, sipping on Turkish tea and soaking in the atmosphere. But like many world cities, Istanbul has seen its cost of living change. Understanding these changes is key for anyone looking to visit or make Istanbul their temporary home. From 2022 to 2025, we've seen some costs stay steady while others have jumped up. Let's dive into the details and see what's changed. This isn't just about numbers, it's about what those numbers mean for real people. Imagine a student searching for an affordable flat, navigating through listings and trying to find a place that fits their budget. Or a family trying to put food on the table, shopping at local markets and dining in traditional Turkish restaurants. These changes have a real impact on their daily lives. By looking at specific costs such as housing, food and transportation, we can get a clearer picture of how life in Istanbul has been affected. It's not just about the numbers, it's about understanding the human experience behind those numbers. How do these changes shape the way people live, work, and enjoy this beautiful city? Let's explore and uncover the true cost of living in Istanbul. Housing is often the biggest expense for most people, and Istanbul is no exception. The city, known for its rich history and vibrant culture, has seen a significant rise in rental costs over the past 3 years. Istanbul's skyline, dotted with a mix of modern and historical architecture, reflects its unique blend of the old and the new. The city centre, with its historical districts and tourist attractions, has always commanded higher rents. Areas like Cihangir and Etila are particularly popular, drawing both locals and tourists alike. But in recent years, even areas further out have seen prices climb. Suburban neighborhoods that were once considered affordable are now experiencing a surge in rental costs. A one-bedroom apartment in a central neighborhood like Taksim or Beyoğlu might have cost around $600 per month in 2022. Today, that same apartment could easily cost $900 or more, reflecting a significant increase in just a short period. Modern apartments and high-rise buildings in central Istanbul are particularly expensive, catering to those who can afford the premium prices. That's a significant jump, especially for those on a tight budget. Many residents find themselves struggling to keep up with the rising costs, leading to financial stress and difficult choices. Even outside the city centre, rents have increased. Suburban areas like Kadıköy and Üsküdar, once known for their relatively lower costs, are no longer the bargains they used to be. While you might have found a bargain in districts like Kadıköy or Üsküdar a few years ago, expect to pay more now. The rising demand for housing has pushed prices up across the board. The demand for housing in Istanbul remains high, putting upward pressure on rental prices. As more people move to the city for its opportunities and lifestyle, the competition for available apartments intensifies, making it a challenging market for renters. Getting around Istanbul is an adventure in itself, with ferries crisscrossing the Bosphorus and a network of buses, trams, and metros. Public transportation here is generally affordable and efficient. However, like everything else, fares have increased. A single-use transportation card for the Istanbul cart system used to cost around 7 Turkish lira. Now you're looking at closer to 30 lira. While that might not seem like a huge difference, it adds up over time, especially for daily commuters. Taxis, a convenient but pricier option, have also seen fares rise. A typical ride across town that might have cost $1 in 2022 could now set you back $3 or more. Traffic congestion is a factor, but the rising cost of fuel plays a significant role. Owning a car in Istanbul has always been a luxury. Traffic, parking, and the cost of fuel make it a challenging proposition for many. But for those who rely on a car, the expenses have become even more daunting. The price of gasoline and diesel has skyrocketed globally, and Turkey is no exception. Filling up a small car in Istanbul could cost around $30 in 2022. Today, that same tank of fuel could easily top $80. Add to that the rising costs of car maintenance, insurance, and annual registration fees. And it's clear that car ownership in Istanbul is becoming increasingly expensive. For many, the most noticeable impact of rising costs is felt at the supermarket checkout. Basic groceries, the staples of everyday life, have seen significant price increases in Istanbul. A loaf of bread that cost 5 lira in 2022 might now cost 20 lira. Fruits and vegetables, once a bargain in Istanbul's vibrant markets, have also seen prices climb. A kilogram of tomatoes, for example, could cost 10 lira in 2022, but might now fetch 15 lira or more depending on the season. These increases might seem small individually, but they add up quickly, especially for families. Eating healthy on a budget is becoming more challenging in Istanbul. Section 6. Staying fit in the city. Fitness costs. Staying active is important, and Istanbul offers plenty of opportunities for exercise, from scenic waterfront promenades to parks and gyms. But like in many cities, gym memberships and fitness classes have been affected by rising costs. A basic gym membership in a central Istanbul neighborhood might have cost around 200 lira per month in 2022. Today, that same membership could cost 300 lira or more. Boutique fitness studios offering specialized classes like yoga or Pilates have also increased their prices. While there are still affordable ways to stay fit in Istanbul, those who prefer the structure and amenities of a gym might find themselves paying more than they used to. Dining out in Istanbul. Restaurant price comparisons. Istanbul's culinary scene is legendary, from street food stalls selling savory doner kebabs to upscale restaurants serving modern Turkish cuisine. But enjoying a meal out has become noticeably more expensive in recent years. A simple lunch of a doner kebab and a drink that might have cost 25 lira in 2022 could now cost 40 lira or more. Even a mid-range restaurant meal for two, without alcohol, has seen a significant price jump from perhaps 250 lira in 2022 to 950 lira or more today. While you can still find good value for money in Istanbul's eateries, those indulging in restaurant meals regularly will have noticed their dining out budget shrinking. Keeping the lights on. Utility costs. The cost of basic utilities like electricity, gas and water has also risen in Istanbul. This affects everyone from students renting small flats to families in larger apartments. For a typical one-bedroom apartment, monthly utility bills might have totaled around 300 lira in 2022. Today, those same bills could easily reach 500 lira or more, depending on usage. The global energy crisis and rising fuel costs have contributed to these increases. While Istanbul's municipality has taken steps to mitigate the impact on residents, the reality is that keeping the lights on and the water running is costing more. The big squeeze, the impact of rising costs. The cost of living in Istanbul has undeniably increased from 2022 to 2025. From housing to transportation, groceries to dining out, the prices of essential goods and services have risen. This surge in costs has been felt across all sectors, affecting the daily lives of residents and visitors alike. The prices of essential goods and services have risen. For instance, a simple trip to the grocery store now demands a larger portion of one's budget. Items that were once considered affordable have seen significant price hikes, making it challenging for families to maintain their standard of living. Some of the most substantial increases have been in transportation, particularly fuel costs, which impact everything from taxi fares to grocery prices. The rise in fuel prices has a cascading effect, leading to higher costs for goods that rely on transportation for delivery, which impact everything from taxi fares to grocery prices. Commuters are feeling the pinch as public transportation fares have also risen, making daily commutes more expensive. These rising costs have a ripple effect, impacting residents, students and newcomers alike. The increased financial burden is evident in various aspects of life, from housing to education. Those on fixed incomes or earning local wages might find it increasingly difficult to make ends meet. The elderly and low-income workers are particularly vulnerable, as their limited resources are stretched thinner than ever before. Students might struggle to find affordable accommodation. The rising rent prices are making it harder for students to secure housing close to their universities, forcing many to look for options further away, which adds to their transportation costs. And expats might discover that their savings don't stretch as far as they once did. The fluctuating exchange rates and increased living expenses mean that expats need to budget more carefully to sustain their lifestyle. Understanding these cost changes is crucial for anyone considering visiting or living in Istanbul. Tourists should be aware that their travel budgets might need to be adjusted to accommodate higher prices for accommodation, dining, and local attractions. While the city remains a captivating destination, the financial landscape has shifted. Visitors and residents alike must navigate these changes to fully enjoy what Istanbul has to offer. It's essential to be prepared for the financial realities of life in this dynamic metropolis. By understanding and planning for these rising costs, one can better manage their finances and continue